everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Are you ready for a makeup tutorial? Well, I thought it would be fun today to do a get ready with me full face makeup tutorial using all the products that I bought in my Sephora VIB sale haul about a month ago. Because I bought so much stuff in that, I haven't had time to review all of it yet. And I thought this would be a good way to get some like mini reviews in, decide if I really loved or hated some of this stuff. So I'm doing it on this look. It's about a week before Christmas. I hope that everybody is getting into the holiday season. I know for people who celebrate Hanukkah, that is over, but we all still have New Year's to look forward to. And this could be a great New Year's Eve look, Christmas Day look. I'm doing it really red today with the bright red lip because that is on trend right now. So when I amp it up with a red lip, I tend to keep the eyes a little more neutral. And so that's what I've done today. And I picked up the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay limited edition eyeshadow palette, and I've used that today. So that's something that wasn't in my haul, but that I did want to show you before the holidays, before it sells out, so that we could, figure out if we liked it or not. And then also what I thought it would be interesting to do on this is to start a little bit before the makeup. So how do you prep for going out for a big night to get your skin ready and everything's, on point and ready to go to accept makeup and look glowing and beautiful for the party. And so my pre-game ritual is that I like to take a long hot shower. I want to make sure that I exfoliate my face really well. And I have sensitive skin and I use a lot of anti-aging actives, so I can't really use anything too harsh. I don't react well to glycolic acids or things with like little particles in them to scrub. But what I love lately for exfoliating is my Conject sponge, which I picked up at Target about a month and a half ago. This is actually my second one. Like right now it's kind of hard and scratchy and I wouldn't use it on my skin, but when it puffs up it gets a lot softer and I find that it doesn't irritate my skin and I can get a really good exfoliation, and then my makeup goes on so much smoother and so much better. So then after I get out of the shower, I usually will do a face mask. I like to just take like 20 minutes to lay on my bed, shut my eyes, take a quick power nap. The one that I've been liking a lot lately is this one by HotandFlashy, and these are hyaluronic acid sheet masks. You peel it off the wrapper and you stick it to your face. I love hyaluronic acid for moisturizing and prepping my skin. This also contains marine collagen, vitamin E, glycerin, so they're very moisturizing. So then after I remove the mask, then like your face is damp and you don't rinse that off, then I just give myself a face massage and rub that in. I also rub it down my neck, all over my chest, on the backs of my hands. Then the next thing that I like to do to prep for a party is I like to use my tie-dye serum underneath my eyes. So this is a great little serum that I reviewed back in September, and it's specifically for tightening up the under eye skin. So the way this works is that you put a little pump out onto your finger, you rub it underneath your eyes, you let it sit there for 5 minutes until it dries. It doesn't have to get super dry. I wouldn't let it get overly dry, just until it's not tacky to the touch anymore. And then you completely wash it off your face. So then you can put on a moisturizer, then you can put makeup on over it, and everything looks terrific. And if you have a little puffiness, then it will, pretty much decrease that puffiness and smooth out your under eye wrinkles temporarily. You may notice the difference. This is a gold bottle. It's usually in a silver bottle. They are running a little holiday special right now where they have been sending out these like secret gold bottles to people. So anytime you ordered, if you received your bottle and it wasn't silver and it was gold instead, then that means that you have the opportunity to win a 3-month supply of tie-dye for free. And all you have to do is to take a picture of the bottle or a picture of yourself with the bottle and post it to your social media, either Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. One post is all it takes with the hashtag tie-dye-gold. And then if you do that, they'll confirm it, and then they will send you a 3-month supply of tie-dye for absolutely free. Then, to make sure that my eyes are super moisturized, I did go ahead and buy an eye cream, and the one that I am using is the CeraVe Eye Repair Cream. This is pretty much the same stuff in it as the CeraVe PM Lotion, so if you have the CeraVe PM Lotion, don't feel like you need to go out and buy a separate eye cream, but I do like to use this in conjunction with the tie-dye, because then after I wipe it off, I do like to moisturize under my eyes, so I just put a little dab of this and make sure that my under eyes are like super moist and all that moisture is locked on there. Those products really help to make the under eye concealer go on much smoother, much nicer, look nice all night long. Alright, so that's my entire party prep. So let's go right to the tutorial and we will do the whole face. The foundation I'm going to be using today is Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I have it in Intensity 2.0. I'm going to use a slightly damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to take out about a pretty large pea-sized amount of foundation on the back of my hand. Then I dab it around my face and I start blending it out with the beauty blender using little like dabbing motions. I don't ever want to rub it or drag it, because dragging foundation across my face does not do well with the pores and the wrinkles. I find it looks much better. You get a lighter, more natural looking application when using the beauty blender. So I use that whenever I want a really super flawless, perfectly blended look. For the under eye concealer, I'm going to use the Lancome Effacerne Waterproof Long Lasting Under Eye Concealer. I got this in the color 210 Light Buff. So I'm basically going to take out the tiniest little bit of this. I kind of pat it between my two index fingers just to warm it up a bit. And then I pat it underneath my eyes, starting in the inner quarter, but I try to keep it on the dark side of my eye bag so it really brightens that up. I use the same beauty blender and I blend it out a little bit. And then if I need a little bit more, I will pat a little bit more of that at the outer corners of my eyes. I blend that out with the beauty blender as well. Let's move into the contouring with the Kevyn Aucoin, The Contour Book, Volume 2, The Art of Sculpting and Defining. IT Cosmetics Velvet Luxe Soft Focus Sculpting Brush number 315. I am using the sculpting cream for this video. So I just dab the brush lightly into the sculpting cream, and then starting right next to the top of my ear where my sideburns are, apply that using like a blending motion. You want to get it high enough so that you're really defining that cheekbone. You don't want it to be down near your earlobe, because that's more the hollow of your cheek, and that is already hollow on older people, so you don't want to accentuate that hollow down there. What you're trying to do is get it up higher to really carve out that cheekbone. The other places that I like to do contouring is below my jawline. I start just below the jaw after my jawline curves forward a little bit, and I do those same little blending motions below my jaw, across underneath my chin, and around to the other side. Then I take a little more contour cream and I'm going to contour up high on my forehead by my hairline. I'm not really going to go into the temples, because that's another place that at our age, mature people tend to get a little bit hollow, so you don't ever want to contour in your temples. So then the last place I'm going to put that is just ever so lightly down the sides of my nose to kind of make my nose look a little thinner and straighter. And then I'm just going to buff a little bit right underneath the tip of my nose, because I have a very long pointy nose. Sometimes I just like to blunt that little tip a little bit with a little bit of contour. Then we're going to move on to the highlighting. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush. It's the perfect size for doing a little bit of highlighting, and I'm just going to rub it into that Candlelight cream, holding the brush by the end so that I use a very light touch. I'm just going to take that, and starting about mid cheek at the top of my cheekbone, I'm just going to take that, and again in buffing, swirling motions, I'm just going to buff a little bit of that on, going towards my hairline, and then once I get out past my eyebrow, I'm going to draw it up, and in a big outer V, I'm going to put some above each brow. I'm going to put some down the center of my nose and in the cupid's bow of my lips. So I really like the cream products in this. I have not used the eyeshadows yet. Very warm, not really up my alley. I will try them eventually. I was actually thinking when I had only used the two powders in this that I wasn't going to keep it, that I was going to return it. But now that I've used the sculpting cream and the Candlelight cream, I really like those two. I know that you can get just those two in a palette for much less. If you don't want to spring for this whole palette, I would recommend his sculpting cream and the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight cream as well. The next thing I'm going to do is apply some blush. The IT Cosmetics CC Plus Radiance Ombre Blush in Je ne sais quoi. And I always use this crown brush. Unfortunately, this is unavailable. I will try to source out something similar and sweep it on the apples of my cheeks, starting in the back at my hairline, bringing it forward. Then I turn the brush sideways, and then I kind of work it up and down into the bronzer so that my blush blends in with my bronzer. Try saying that 5 times fast. I'm going to apply some setting powder. I use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores HD powder. I have this little e.l.f. blush brush that I love. It's like $2 or $3. I just pour a little bit of the powder into the cap, and then I just take a little bit out of the cap, tap off the brush, and gently pat it underneath my eyes. Where I'm going for this all over glow, I don't want to glow from underneath my eyes. I also don't want to glow right between my eyebrows in the center of my forehead. I don't want to glow in my nasal labial folds or around the sides of my mouth and down to my chin. So now the next product that I'm going to apply is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I am going to use my brand new, never even used before, MAC 137 brush. I just love the look of this thing. It looks like Peter Cottontail on a stick. I'm going to take a little bit of the middle one, which is the incandescent light, and I'm just going to use that to do a little bit more highlighting on the tops of the cheeks, down the nose. Then, just to blend everything in all together, I think dim light is beautiful. It doesn't have any like glitter particles in it. It just adds the most beautiful like sheen to the skin, and it's really great. So I'm just going to dip in the same brush, the MAC 137, swirl that around, and I'm just going to lightly kind of put that all over my face so that it just gives me the most subtle little glow. All right, so that was pretty much it for the face. Now we'll move on to the eyeshadow. The first step is to prime the eyelids. Today I'm using Tarte Clean Slate 360 degree creaseless 12-hour smoothing eye primer. I just dab a little bit all over the eyelids with my fingers, and then I let that set up for a few minutes. Then I'm going to use the brand new Urban Decay Gwen Stefani limited edition eyeshadow palette. I used my little flat small Japanesque 213 brush and the color Bath Water. I'm going to just pop that right on the movable part of my eyelid. It does take a couple of coats to build up color, so definitely pack that on pretty well. Next I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics 220 small shadow brush and the color Zone, and then I'm going to use very light swirling motions to apply that in the crease and down onto the outer third of my eyelid. And I'm going to just create a little outer V out there, and then I'm going to just bring it across like in a little arch over my crease, down across my eye and into the inner corner. And I'm just going to use this brush because it's so nice and soft and blendy to kind of blend that out a little bit. Next I'm going to use my Beauty Junkies Pro Tapered Blending Brush and the color Stark, and I'm going to use that to blend out the shadow that I just applied above the crease. So this is going to go kind of right underneath my eyebrow, above where I put Zone, and it's just going to kind of blend those together. So next I'm going to take my Beauty Junkies Pro Brow Brush. I'm going to dip it into the color Serious, and I'm going to use that as push brush liner on the upper lid. So you just dip that in there, bang off your brush really well, and then all you do is just push that at the base of your lashes. And then once you get to the outer corner, it's really easy to make a little wing. Of course, people, you know, who are mature usually don't do a wing with their eyeliner because it's so hard to control a liquid liner or a liner pencil when you have not perfect eyelid skin. If you have the crepiness or if you have the hoods, it's really hard to do a wing. But with push brush liner, it's really easy to do a wing. So once you get to basically the corner of your eye, I just kind of settle the brush right into the corner of my eye and then just draw it out towards my eyebrow and just give it a little flick, and that will give you a little wing. So then I'm going to go back into the palette with my Beauty Junkies Pro pencil brush and a little bit more of the color Zone, and I'm just going to run that underneath my lower lash line and up into the corner to blend it. Next I'm going to use my new Buxom Hold the Line waterproof eyeliner in I'll Be Waiting. And I'm going to line the lower lash waterline with this. Since it's waterproof, it should last all night. Then I'm using the Lancome Seal Booster as the primer for the lashes, so I put on 1 coat of that. Then I'm applying 2 coats of Lancome Hypnose Drama. I'm not the biggest one for using false eyelashes. If you wanted to use false eyelashes and you're good at it and you've worn them before and they're not going to bug the heck out of you at your party, drive you crazy, or you end up peeling them off, then go ahead and put them on now. But if you're not a false eyelash person, just load on a bunch of mascara, 2 coats, and you've got whopper mega eyelashes going on. For the lower lashes, I'm using the Lancome Definicils mascara, and I did buy this in the Sephora haul as well. And at first I thought I was going to return it because it's not really full-on black, it's kind of gray, and it's a totally different animal than the Hypnose Drama But for a day look, it gives you really nice day looking lashes for your lower lash line. It's really great for that. All right, last step on the eyes is to groom the eyebrows. If you are eyebrow hair challenged, you're going to want to use a pencil for this. But since I've been growing in my eyebrows with the Rapid Lash, I find that I can just use a tinted brow gel. And this is the one that I picked up in the Sephora haul. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel. I got it in the color Granite, and I love this brow gel. It takes a light hand to apply it. You don't want to ever touch your skin with it. You just want to kind of comb it through the hairs of your brows. It keeps them in place where they belong. So that is a great little product, and it is waterproof. It doesn't chip or flake, and it stays on until I take it off. The last product that I'm going to apply is the lipstick. This is Rimmel London Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner, and this one is in the color 005 Pure. This is a really nice kind of pinky corally shade, and I love it, especially with the Too Faced La Creme lipstick in Coral Fire, which I'm going to be wearing today. I love this color Coral Fire for the holidays. It's really like a bright pop of color for me. It brightens up the face, and I love it with kind of a less dramatic eyes. All right, so that's how I got this whole look. I went to my husband's company holiday party, and I wore this look, and it was a big hit, and I felt really like the belle of the ball wearing, you know, this combo of stuff. So it worked for me. I hope that if you give it a try that it works for you. I know it is a ton of products, and if you are not a super duper makeup person who has 1,000 brushes and 1,000 different powders, you may be looking at this going, huh? I don't have that stuff. I don't have the money for that stuff. And I thought of that too while I was doing this. Granted, I wanted to use the things from my Sephora VIB haul in this. So that's why there are so many products, so many brushes, so many different things, because I really did want to kind of do mini reviews on all of these so that I could decide whether I was returning them or keeping them or going to use them or going to recommend them. But what I was thinking was that maybe I'll do a smaller Get Ready With Me tutorial, if you guys are interested in that, for people who don't really wear a lot of makeup, who don't own a lot of makeup, which in my world is like 90% of the people that I know. No one I know wears any makeup, and when it comes to going to a party, they don't know what to do because they don't have the supplies, they don't have the makeup, and they kind of get freaked out, and then they just go, ugh, put on an extra coat of mascara and go, but then they don't feel like festive and perfect and great. So I would like to try to do like an all drugstore, very few products, holiday makeup tutorial. So if you're interested in that, give this video a thumbs up or leave me a comment and let me know if you would like to see that. I did want to amp up this eyeshadow tutorial, in which case I might not wear this lip with it, but I'm not going to make it too terribly blingy, but it is going to be a little more color. What I was going to do is I was going to use this beautiful yellow, right? I wouldn't really, I mean, it's like a gold, it's kind of a canary, it's almost to the green side of yellow. But let's give that a try. We'll just do that right now. I'm going to use my Japanesque 213 brush with 1987 is what it's called. Let's put that on the lid and see what happens with that. Ooh, that's pretty. You know what? It's not as like acid green yellow as I thought it was going to be. It's actually quite wearable. It does have much more like sparkle and shimmer in it than some of the other ones. Ooh, that's nice. What do you think? I like it. All right, next I'm going to use my MAC 221 brush. Loving this little guy. And we're going to go into Punk. So there it is, right there. Just pick up a little bit of that. I did this whole tutorial, no fallout. Amazing. Great colors. All right, very light hand because I don't want this to go too dark too fast. So I'm just going to pop that in on at the outer corner. So pretty. Keeping that low, then I'm going to use Beauty Junkie's tapered blending brush. Blend that across. Oh, so pretty. What do you think? This one compared to this one? Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the brow highlight on this one in the tutorial. Shoot. I did it on this eye, not this eye. So here we go. I'm going to put this in skimp. Sorry, I'm so disjointed today. I just got back from New York. I was gone to New York for 2 days, so I didn't have time to film anything this week. So I'm kind of rushing with this because it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this video is for tomorrow. So I'm going to be up editing this half the night. And then when I got home yesterday, my daughter was flying in from Miami, so I had to go to the airport and pick her up. Also didn't get any Christmas shopping, Christmas wrapping, Christmas decorating. I am so far behind. Again, oh sorry, this is chatty, but oh my god, I'm getting chatty again. But what do you know what the heck? I thought this would be a fun get ready with me, so let's chat. But doesn't that just make all the difference? Is putting that on there, that little brow highlight. And did I tell you what color this was? Again, this is right there. Skimp. Okay? Don't skimp on the skimp. All right, so let's go fix this eye up with our little bunny tail MAC brush 221, and again with the punk. Take a little bit, very small amount. These are so highly pigmented and they blend like a dream, as you can see. So everything that was wrong with that Viseart palette, I don't understand. I'm using the same primer, I'm using all the same brushes. Look at this stuff go and be easy to work with and beautiful. And that's why Urban Decay is the king, or queen, as the case may be. It's a female-owned company. That's why Urban Decay is the queen of eyeshadow palettes.
Blend that out, kind of bring it across a little bit.
All right, now the whole face is done. So that was really fun doing a get ready with me video with you guys. I really enjoyed the whole talk through and using all my new stuff. I feel like, oh, I need to go out and do something tonight. I know my girlfriends are meeting at a bar to play trivia, so I could go do that. But I feel like I should stay in and get this video up for you guys because tomorrow my daughter wants to go into Boston and go to a museum and have lunch. And I really want to do that. Spending time with family is what the holidays are all about. It's about looking great at your party as well. So I hope that you guys all have a great time this holiday season with whatever you're doing and wherever you're going. And of course, I hope you found the video helpful and informative. And I will see you in the next video. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.